Hello. Happy day before New Year's Eve. It's your girl Tamika Shanae here, and I am on episode 7. Wow. Can y'all believe that this is episode 7 of A Gal from Cleveland with Tamika Shanae? That is crazy. It seemed like I just started this like yesterday, but thank you for all the continued support, the love, everybody's feedback, advice, and everybody that wants to be a guest. 2024, we are definitely going to start the guest, and you guys will start being able to be on here with me. We're going to talk about anything and everything. I've been extremely busy regarding this podcast. It was a couple of things I had to do, and I just achieved them. So, to let you guys know, I changed the logo picture. I was able to add myself to it, which I think is awesome. It's very cute. I found a cute little picture of me to put on there. So that is like phenomenal that now you guys get to see a gal from Cleveland. So that is something that I am like excited about. I also am now on all streaming platforms, which includes iHeartRadio, Apple, I think it's called Spreaker, and some other ones too that I saw that I was able to go to Spreaker, and now I'm connected to all media platforms. Spotify is still going to be like my main go-to. So if you guys can't find me on other platforms, you can always come to Spotify and you'll be able to find me. So I'm excited about that. And also, I got a huge surprise. As many of you guys know, I went to Ohio Media School. Well, it was Ohio Center for Broadcasting back when I went, but I am an alum from that school, and surprise, they are doing an alum podcast network. We're strictly going to believe, I believe, all alum from Ohio School for Broadcasting and Ohio Media School. And this is everybody that has podcasts that are currently out or about to start podcasts. And I was chosen to be one of them. So I'm excited about that, because now not only will you guys be able to hear my podcast on all the other streaming platforms, but you'll also be able to hear it on the Ohio Media Alum Podcast Network. So that is a huge way to leave on a good note on 2023, heading into 2024. So I am uber excited about that. Total surprise. So excited about it. Cannot wait to like be on that network as well as on here talking to you guys. And we are just going to enjoy 2024 and all these new episodes that I'm going to come out with. And I just had to share that with y'all because I am like so excited about that. Initially I was kind of leery about doing all this, the podcast and everything, but the feedback has been so freaking phenomenal, and it's crazy how many of y'all really want to be on here. I mean, we are like, when I start having guests on, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be so much freaking fun, and we are going to talk about anything and everything that we need to talk about, honey, because that is what this whole podcast is about. So for the next 25 minutes, I got a couple of emails from some people, I guess listeners. So I'm going to read like about 2 or 3 of those, and then we're going to kind of discuss them, and you guys, can always put your 1, 2, 3 cent in and let me know. So as y'all know, I still have this lingering cough. Y'all might hear it, might not. I don't know. I feel it coming. I feel heavy breathing and stuff, because it seems like to me, every time I'm talking, I'm like, trying to get my breath. because of this cough. Like, it seems like I've had this cough forever. Ever since I got sick a couple of weeks ago, the cough has stayed. Like, see, my fever and everything else and went away, but this lingering cough, it just won't go away. So I was like, let me get some Robitussin. See, there it go. I was like, let me get some Robitussin because something got to give. I cannot keep going through life coughing and hacking every 5 seconds that I talk. So hopefully we'll see how it works. If not, I don't know. I'm gonna have to shout out to my doctors and try to figure out which one of them go give me some medicine, because this cough is annoying. I literally hate when I get sick, because it seems like that is the last part of me being sick, is getting this lingering cough, and I don't understand it. So we'll see. We gonna really see. But let me get into these emails. So excuse me. This first email, oh, it's so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna read it. Hi, Tamika Shanae. I just started listening to your podcast, and girl, you are absolutely phenomenal. The cool thing is that you speak your mind, but you don't take it too far, and a lot of people appreciate that. I am also one of your Facebook friends, so I see your combos with God, as well as your positive posts that you constantly put on Facebook for us to look at. God is definitely going to bless you for taking on this new adventure. I am definitely a fan for life. I appreciate everything that you do and will continue to follow you. Sincerely, I won't say the name, but that is so sweet. Thank you so much. You guys sending me emails and stuff. I was like kind of shocked when I started seeing them. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't expect that. But thank you for that. That's very sweet. I feel like that, that's how I was with Combos with God, which I am bringing back in 2024. I felt like if I could bring happiness and positivity to people, that will work. Like, I try to be a positive entity on social media. I don't really like negative stuff. I don't like beefs. I don't like none of that stuff. And sometimes I have to remember what was the premise of me doing certain things. And we're human. We all make mistakes. Sometimes we say stuff and then all of a sudden we might do something else that's out of the ordinary, or something that might trigger us. And see, that's one thing about me. I have trigger moments, I'm not gonna lie to y'all and sit up here and say that I don't, but I do. And I have to really learn that sometimes those trigger moments could lead to something that really shouldn't have happened. Excuse me. And I just don't understand it. But speaking to God and getting back to these combos with God that a lot of people are, asking me for, and they're like, girl, we missed those. I can't wait seriously to get back into them, because I feel like that they brought a lot of people hope, and a lot of people really, once they heard my word, that they felt better in the end. So I just really want to get back into that. But thank you for this email. That was very sweet, very uplifting. Makes me happy to even do this, because like I said, at first I was very, very, very reluctant to get into this podcast thing, even though I've been wanting to do it for a while. But I didn't think, like, what was the point of me doing it, because I didn't feel like my words would resound with anybody. But I should have known, being that I did the Combos with God and how people receive that, I should have known how people would receive the podcast. So I do appreciate that email. Thank you for that. Next email, and I'm not going to say the people's names. I'm just reading them, and I did get permission from the people to read the emails. So next email. Hey, baby, aka Tamika Shanae. Just wanted to tell you your podcast is fire. I appreciate you every single week. not only talking about what news culture and everything, but you also bring a little bit of your life into it too. That is what we need. We need all these negative ass podcasts to stop and have some positivity like yours. A gal from Cleveland myself, I appreciate everything that you are bringing to the table. I cannot wait till you start having guests on, including myself, and we are definitely going to have some really good conversations. I had one question that you can actually talk about on your podcast, and it is about relationships. I know that you are a coach and you used to do relationship coaching back in the day. Are you going to get back into that? And if so, how do you think from being in your relationship for so long that you are able to help others? Because I know back in the day, I was always the advice person to people, but then it seemed like to me my advice started turning on me. Did that ever happen to you? Keep up the good work. God bless you, and I am a fan. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for that email. That is very sweet. And yes, you will be a guest, and y'all will know who it is later on. But that is a good question as far as the relationship thing. So I did do some relationship coaching a while back once I got certified as a life coach, and I kind of fell off on it. Not because I don't have a good relationship, because I do. The thing was, I got busy. Like a lot of people don't understand when I started back to school, and I'm still working on getting this real estate license, which is taking forever and a day, and that's really because life has been lifing for me. So hey, please, anybody that's probably got their real estate license after me, or started after me and got their license, they probably didn't have a lot of stuff that I had going on. But the thing is that I did do a lot of life coaching and relationship coaching. I was really thinking about getting back into that, as well as the event planning and wedding planning. A lot of people have asked me about that, and me and my best friend have talked about it, and we were actually talking about getting back into it because both of us had a business together. And it's just that I got to make sure the timing is right for all these different things, because I don't want to start something and then I'm not going to be able to finish it. And my biggest goal right now is to finish school. I have this one more class. I will be done by, I believe, the 15th of January, which is Martin Luther King Day. And then I will have my bachelor's degree. I'm still honestly debating on my master's because that is my next thing I want to do, but I also want to get my real estate license. So that's why right now a lot of things are going to be put on hold until I achieve that. So, but the biggest thing was that I have to finish school. So once I finish school and get my bachelor's, that's it. I'm going to chill out and focus more on this real estate game. So as far as the relationship coaching, and have I ever gave advice and has it backfired? Uh, yeah. So not with any of my former people, but this actually happened years ago. This was a good friend of mine that I met through a mutual friend. We became really, really close, which was kind of cool because I'm really like, I fall back when it comes to females and stuff like that. I only have, like, I can count on one hand how many close females that I deal with on a daily basis. So this person, we became really cool. You know what I'm saying? I think it was my 40th birthday. I don't know. I might need some people to help me with that who was at my party. But she came, and then like an old junior high school friend came. Hadn't seen him in years. Like, it was crazy. So the funny thing about it was that Had no idea whatsoever that they had even connected. You know what I'm saying? I don't be in people's business all like that. I don't care. If you want to date, you can date. That's on you. I never knew it. It eventually happened at my dinner, but they ended up dating or whatever. So she would come to me for advice and things like that. But like I told her, I'm like, yo, I didn't even know y'all was even talking. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll come to me and he'll tell me something that she done did or whatever. And, I'm just like, oh my God. So it's kind of like if y'all ever seen Clueless, how Cher was trying so hard to get Ty and the dude Elton together. But Elton really liked really liked Cher. And then Ty, you know, she liked him, but then she ended up liking the skater boy, and I forgot his name. But as much as I watch Clueless, I should know everybody's freaking name. But it kind of got to that situation of like you telling me what he did, she telling me he's telling me what she did. And I just, finally got into it, and I was just like, yo, like, keep me out of it. Whatever y'all going through, that's between y'all. Next thing I know, some things had happened, and then all of a sudden, I got blamed as if it was my fault that they got together. And I'm like, yo, you two decided to get together at my event. I didn't put y'all in a room together and say, hey, y'all go get together. No, it didn't happen that way. So, as far as me trying to be an advice person, if one of my friends come to me because of how they see me and Sean's relationship or whatever, because we have been together such a long time, and I can only give them advice of what I've dealt with. I'm to the point now, like when I did the relationship coaching, I did that based off of my experiences in relationships, or my current relationship, which I've been in over 20 years. But the thing is that I'm not trying to be Cher from Clueless. And after that situation, I was done. I was like, yo, you go blame me for that situation. Like, y'all decided to get together. And I've had other friends that have gotten together before and stuff. And actually, their relationships, either they're still together or they decided to move on, you know what I mean? But it was never a thing where I pushed somebody to start dating and so forth, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, to answer that question, it's happened to me before. That's probably the biggest situation I can remember offhand of that happening. And it wasn't even me actually getting them together. You know what I'm saying? They got together on their own. They connected. Next thing I know, oh, I'm dating such and such. And, da 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 da. And I mean, like, it was everything from stalking to pregnancy to abortion to, it was just a lot with that relationship. And I was just like, man, listen, y'all not about to blame me for that one. That was all on y'all. Okay. Can't even do that one. So, yeah, it has happened to me quite a few times, but that one's probably the biggest one, and probably was the one where I was like, yo, I'm not about to do this no more. Y'all not about to sit up here and blame me for any type of relationship issues if you decide to get together at one of my events. Okay. Nope, not happening. Anyway, so I'm going to read one more email. Okay. This one. Hey, Tamika Shanae, what's up? A gal from Cleveland. Yo, podcast is the bomb. I've been listening since day one, and girl, you have been awesome. The thing I wanted to talk to you about was being a guest, but also talk to you about certain situations are you going to address in your podcast, such as political or anything like that. I don't know what you consider yourself as a a Democrat, Republican, or neither. But I feel like more Black podcasters should talk more about political things. Just let me know your opinion on it. Okay. Good one. Thank you for that email. My thing is this. No, I'm not going to be talking about political stuff on here. I'm just can't do it. I feel like that this podcast is not about that. If it was more of a political podcast, then yeah, I would talk about political. My podcast is more fun. It's going to be about, we're going to be talking about entertainment. We're going to be talking about, I'm going to have different guests on from Cleveland as well as nationwide. And we're going to be just talking about different stuff like that. I personally don't want to get into politics. That's not what I started this for. So, no, I will not be talking about politics on here. That's not even my thing. So, to answer your question, no, this would not be a podcast that will talk about political stuff. I understand what you're saying regarding the Black podcasters, but unfortunately, this podcast will not be doing that. I'm not going to do that. The only reason I say that is because I have a lot of things that I like to address, but if it's something that's like really tugging my heart, yeah, I'm going to talk about it. As far as like Biden, Trump, and all these other people, they give me a headache. So I don't even want to like bore my viewers or my listeners with that political stuff. That's not even what I started this podcast for. As I said on day one, episode one, I literally said that this podcast is basically for the unheard, the people that feel like they don't have a voice, the ones that, are not famous in Cleveland, but trying to get their name and their brands and stuff out there. And that's the whole point of this podcast, is not to be political. So, if I have some celebrities on, if I have regular smuggler people on, I mean, that's what this podcast is about. So no, I would not be doing anything political on this podcast. All right. So, this probably was more about the emails. I like doing listener emails. I think they are cool. If y'all want to send me an email, you can definitely send it to tamikashanae@yahoo.com. These emails were sent from people that I know, but they sent me emails instead of, popping on the show. They are going to eventually be on the show. Even the person that just asked about the political stuff. But I am going to tell you, if I bring you on my show, we ain't doing that. We're not going to do no political stuff. So you better think of something else to talk about. But yes, if you would like to send me viewer emails or listener emails, send them to tamikashanae@yahoo.com. I think in 2024, I'm going to actually make that a segment. Read a couple of emails and just, bring that in to answer some questions and different things like that on here. Because I think it's fun when like you hear from your viewers and you hear from your listeners and they have things to say or they got suggestions or things like that. I have no problem with nobody suggesting anything to me. I will admit, back in the day, I probably would have cussed you out because I really was in that mode of I wasn't trying to hear that. But I take criticism, like constructive criticism. I'll take it like all the time. But I really think it's fun to read viewer and listeners' emails. Now, also in 2024, I am going to start recording the episodes, so you will get to see me doing the actual podcast. On Spotify, you can't do that. You can only do the listening portion of it. You can't do the actual recording. So I'm going to start using my YouTube channel to do the recordings and then like have the video portion, I'm sorry, not video, but the listening portion still be on Spotify as well as the other platforms, because it is going to go on other platforms. So we're going to do that in 2024. Still haven't picked that first guest yet. Y'all probably like, who is this first guest? So it's down to two people, excuse me, that I have major respect for. And And so eventually I'm going to pick somebody and we're going to get them on. I don't know how we go do it. We might have to Zoom it. We might have to do something. I don't know how we go do it, but we go figure it out. Because neither one of these people are in Cleveland. They're from Cleveland, but they're not living in Cleveland. So we'll have to figure it out. But definitely one or the other is going to be the first guest. And then after that, I'm going to start having other guests on. And then we're just, I'm going to try to see if I can make this a little longer than 30 minutes, because it seems like to me that there's so much to talk about. So I'm trying to see if I can get it to at least an hour, but we'll see. There is so much going on and I am like so excited. So this 2023 has been like a huge year. So many different good things have happened. Yeah, of course, some effed up things happen too, but the good always outweighed the bad. And I'm like so freaking excited about 2024 and what it's about to bring. Hopefully, some things that I've been praying and manifesting and different things like that is going to finally come out and the open, and God is going to get it around. I'll say Monday. Sorry, I got a text. Monday. So on that note, I'm going to let you guys go and make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you post a gal from Cleveland with Tamika Shade. Send prayers up for me to get rid of this cough that's constantly getting on my nerves. But let me see. I haven't posted anything else. Oh, but let me just say there's one little thing before we leave. Besides Happy New Year, because probably half of you guys won't hear this till after the New Year. But shout out to the Browns. Okay, the Cleveland Browns have made the playoffs. This is like crazy. They have not made the playoffs, I believe, since 2020. And it's their third time since 1999. So this is crazy. Shout out to them. I have my moments with the Browns, but I am going to shout them out because they deserve it. They always get the short end of the stick. And I live with a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so you can imagine how my life is on the daily when it comes to football. So, but I am definitely going to shout them out because they deserve it. And what would be so freaking crazy is if they make it to the Super Bowl and how everybody always be talking stuff, we go see. So I'm giving them hearts and love and prayers and everything else. And I mean, half the damn team is gone and they still made it to the playoffs. So shout out to them. But you guys have a safe and wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's. And I know a lot of y'all I won't see to New Year's. So that'll be the first 2024 podcast, episode 8. And I'm pretty sure I'll have a lot to talk about then. So, but I just want to send you guys love. I want to thank you all again. Everybody that has listened, everybody that has sent me emails, texts, everybody that has been on my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, sending me love. I appreciate it. This has been one of the most funnest things for me to do. I'm so glad I went ahead and took a leap of faith and just said, you know what, let me start this podcast and quit playing. But thank you again. I appreciate everything that you all have sent, said, and advised. So God bless you all. Remember, if you have not had your convo with God today, you better. You got time. And God bless you all and have a safe and wonderful 2024. Bye.